Everyone, this is James. March 31st, about 7:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the 4-hour chart of Bitcoin, BTC, USD on the Bitfinex exchange. If you want to know where the numbers are coming from and to follow along. Basically, what I like to start out with is, first of all, this is not investment advice. Second of all, I like to talk about where we've come from since this bubble top right here. We have continued in a downtrend, and you can see that notated by the red line frequency set. That is basically showing you that the action between buyers and sellers is negative. That's what these bars represent, the action between buyers and sellers, and we can see that we are putting in lower highs. So I talk about this in my other videos too if you've been following along. We are putting in lower lows as well. The question is, do we put in a lower low below 6,000? I do think if we head towards 6,000, yes, we may get a bounce from this area. I'm not sure it's going to be much, maybe 10-15%. Maybe slightly more than that, but then from there we would definitely roll over. That is my logical assumption based on what is occurring here, that if we do reach that 6,000 level, yes, there may be a temporary bounce if you get lucky, but more than likely we are going to bust out of that 6,000 zone downward, and we could hit to the mid fives or so forth if that does occur. So now let's break down what's going on now. Okay, I'm talking worst case scenario, breaking through the 6,000 bottom. So right now where we're at is we've broken through the trend line, all right, and this has happened on multiple exchanges. So this is just Bitfinex that we're looking at right now. But what I think is going to happen, like I said in my prior video, that we could get a chop, we could get a bounce, possibly as high as maybe 7,400. I'm starting to think that 7,400 number is getting smaller. Yes, we may get a spike up, but I think ultimately we are headed back downward. We will take out this low right here based on the prior history of the chart. So the Bitfinex low on this bar, for example, is 65.33. I think there's a high probability we take out 65.33, possibly going as low as 63.20, or taking out this line and moving right towards that 6,000 bottom. It's not going to be pretty, like I said, if we do head down towards the 6,000 bottom. We've already been rejected once by the downtrend line. This downtrend line is just basically encapsulating price action between buyers and sellers. So this is basically assuming where price is going to run out of energy and get fatigued. It did get fatigued, and obviously you can see the aftermath. We put in a new low. So that's just the basics of what's going on right here. What would change my analysis is if we break upward. Okay, we'd have to break out the baby blue line, which is roughly about 73.60. Might be a little higher, might be a little lower, depending on how fast price moves into time. But what we would need is ultimately a break above about the 7,600 range, and then from there onward. The thing is I do not think we have enough energy in this area to even perform a run like that. So one thing I noted in my other videos is that we can see that since the 6,000 bottom, right, from 6,000 to about 11,786 or 11,780, something like that, on the Bitfinex exchange, all right, we had a big run right there. Okay, a small retracement, a failure to break a new high, and then you can see that ever since then, every single run has just been sold into, every single one, and it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller to the upside. Yes, this is a small time frame to look at. We're only talking about maybe a couple months here, but in Bitcoin world, this is like an eternity for right now. Okay, the price action on here since the bubble run, I mean, we really started this back in October. This is really not a big picture scenario. There's very little data to go off of. This is a very young market, so it's not that even though if price breaks out of the 6,000 low and heads lower, does not mean it's the end of the market. It just means price has to work itself lower, and eventually, it should find a bottom. I highly doubt it's going to zero, but it doesn't mean that. I think a lot of people, get angry when I talk about price going under the 6,000 low as if that's the end of the world and Bitcoin's going to disappear. We don't know that yet. We won't know that until it's finally over, But as of right now, where we're at is a crucial point. But I can tell you that price is not building enough energy to even make a sustained run. Now, if we made a longer base out, something like that, and then popped up, that would give us the energy to blow through this negative downtrend line and go much higher. But if we continue these small little runs that get sold off every single time, I'm telling you, we're going to keep heading downward, and it's not going to be a pretty picture for Bitcoin. The only one that's really going to benefit from it are the individuals shorting these tops that form. So we can see that, we can see the top, the reaction to that top, the soft shoulders, what they call it, where you look to short entry. The same thing here. You see your top, you see your reaction, and boom, we have the same thing occurring. If the same thing is occurring and it's getting smaller, then we are going to continue small runs to the upside, longer runs to the downside, and obviously you can guess where that's going to take us. But anyways, that's it for tonight. There's not really much new. I think we're going to chop around in this area. I think we will take out this low down here, like I said, the 65.33 low. That probably will not occur until maybe Sunday or like Sunday evening or Monday. There may be a spike up, but I think that's going to be, as I called it in my last video, a sucker's rally, and that'll trap in eager early bulls, and they will get hammered as price comes back down if they're not willing to hang on for a wild and crazy ride like Bitcoin, like you have to be ready for in Bitcoin. But anyways, my next video will be tomorrow evening. I hope everybody has a great day or great night, depending on where you are in the world. If you do like the content, please like, subscribe, follow, comment. I do appreciate your time. I do appreciate your support. And if you want to join the free Slack channel that I have that is cryptocurrency oriented, with over 164, 165 members now, you can see the link on my website, which is geometriccharts.com. At the bottom, there are my social media links to my Twitter, to the Slack channel as well. You can just click that link. It gives you free access. The great thing about Slack is you can have it on your phone and you can get immediate updates there. I do post my YouTube videos there, so that way you're notified, whether it's via YouTube or the Slack channel, but then also you get to talk with other individuals who are interested in cryptocurrency. They talk about their, opinions, share their charts and so forth. It's a great place to be if you're interested in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So again, hope you have a great day or great night and a good weekend as well. Thank you.